unconditional love is the greatest, is what Krishna tells the damsels of Vrindavan. And then Krishna also says, unconditional love is. Oh, sorry. So Krishna says that you gopis, you are the greatest devotees, and you have the greatest love for God. So I am very indebted to you, and I cannot repay the love that you have for me. So all that the divisions of different kind of people who love the Lord, you are above all of that. Okay. So there ends our discussion of Rasa Leela, and we'll go into today's topic. Okay. So, Nanda Maharaj and the other cowherd men, they decided that they have to go celebrate Shivaratri. Now, Shivaratri is not celebrated by a lot of Vaishnavas. It's mostly a Shaivite festival who are always worshipping Lord Shiva, but Vaishnavas who are also sometimes follow Shivaratri, and since Nanda Maharaj in that year he desired to follow Shivaratri, and usually Shivaratri is you keep awake all night, right? So they decided to go
usually Shivaratri is celebrated because at that day only Lord Shiva saved the world by drinking one.
Yes, the halal poison. Yes. Right. So we'll not go into that pastime, but this is just showing that Nanda Maharaj wanted to follow Shivaratri with other of his cowherd men. So he went to a place in Gujarat. Okay, it's called Ambikavan. Ambika is, you know what Ambika means? Ambika is another name for Mother Parvati. Okay. And Mother Parvati is the wife of Lord Shiva.
Wait, right? Ambika, isn't that the one like in the Mahabharata? Ambika, Ambalika.
It's Dhritarashtra's mom.
That's Amba and Ambalika,
yes.
Not Ambika. Okay. Okay. Ambika is Mother Parvati.
Yeah.
So that's why it's called Ambika 1. And they went to Ambika 1 to worship Lord Shiva, and the river Saraswati flowed very close by there. So what they did was they went and took a bath, all of them. That's what you do when you go to a place of worship, right? You first clean yourself and then go and pray. So then they went to Ambika 1, they took the bath, and then they went to the temples of both Lord Shiva and Mother Parvati. And Prabhupada says in Krishna book that Mother Parvati is always there where her husband is. So that's why both temples are close by. So they went and prayed, and they were fasting all day. They didn't eat anything because they wanted to worship the Lord Shiva. All devotees of Krishna consider Lord Shiva as the greatest Vaishnava. They don't consider Lord Shiva as the supreme personality of Godhead. He's an expansion, but they take Lord Shiva as the greatest devotee of Krishna. And we can see through this pastime how by worshipping Lord Shiva, their love for Krishna increased even more. So what happened was they after the fast, Nanda Maharaj was resting, and suddenly a snake came from the forest and swallowed Nanda Maharaj.
Swallow? Is that blood?
No. So it's just it's like a python, okay? That swallows. So then all the Vrajavasis came and they were taking sticks to beat the snake so that it'll unswallow Nanda Maharaj.
You mean throw up?
Yeah, but they were not successful.
Was it a big one?
Yeah, it was a very, very big snake. So then, Krishna came running, and all Krishna did was touch the snake with his foot, and suddenly from out of the snake came a great personality. That's the personality you see in this picture, came out. Very effulgent and looked like a demigod with the golden ornaments and all that. And that personality came out and said, "Oh, thank you, Krishna, for liberating me. I was cursed to be a snake by a rishi called Angira Rishi." And why that happened was, this person's name is Vidhyadhara.
Oh.
And Vidhyadhara was a very, very beautiful, meaning very handsome person in the heavenly planets. And he was very proud of his beauty, and he used to fly around in his airplane, and he saw a great rishi called Angira Rishi, and he was laughing, "Oh, this man is not attractive like me, and look at me, I'm so attractive." Then Angira Rishi, seeing him laugh, cursed him to become a snake. And that's how he became a snake. And snakes, snakes represent pride and envy, being very envious of everybody, right? Because it bites everybody. And so snakes are considered to be envious creatures. But Prabhupada writes in Krishna book that humans who are very envious of others are worse than these snakes, because they are always finding faults, and they don't like anybody. They're very envious. So that is a mentality of Vidhyadhara.
Wait, don't humans have friends?
Yeah, humans have friends, but then even some people are very envious of others, so they always are finding faults with them, or saying they are the best, everybody else is the worst, kind of. So those kind of persons are worse than the snakes. What Vidyadhara actually represents, this Leela, what it represents according to Bhaktivinoda Thakur is, there's a kind of philosophy called impersonalism, that everybody is God. We can all become God, because that is like a imperfect understanding of the philosophy, where you think that when you meditate on the God, you can merge with God. So that is a Brahman realization. But what we learn in Bhakti Yoga is Bhagavan realization, right? So sometimes there would be these people who says, "Hey, what are you going and praying in the temple? You're praying to an idol there. It's just a piece of stone. Why are you worshipping God? You can just meditate and you can understand God." So those kind of mentality is called impersonalism, because they don't consider a person, God as a person. They consider God as energy. Now God has energy, but that's an incomplete understanding of the Lord. All the energy comes from the energetic, and we had covered these topics earlier, right, when we did a summary of Bhagavad Gita. So this whole pastime represents when these impersonalists try to come and swallow bhaktas like Nanda Maharaj with their philosophy and say, "You are wrong, but I am right." But then when Krishna comes and stops all that and removes those impersonalists taking over our understanding of the Lord. Okay, so that is the story of Vidyadhara, who got liberated by Krishna's lotus feet. Okay, next we'll go into the pastime of Shankacuda. Okay, any questions on Vidyadhara?
No. Wait,
Okay,
let me do this real quick.
what do you want? Okay, Ayana is doing something with the mouse. Hold on. Okay, Ayana, give it to me. Okay. So then, actually this happened, this Shivaratri happens after Rasa Leela and before Holi. So this Shivaratri festival usually happens just in between, and then they came back, they celebrated Holi, and Nanda Maharaj was even more thankful, and his love for Krishna increases more and more because of all these wonderful pastimes of Krishna saving him from the snake. So by following Shivaratri, his love for Krishna actually increased. Okay, and then what happened was, it was after the autumn season. It was a very nice evening, and there was nice. The weather was very nice. They could see the stars, and and Krishna and Balram ji started to sing wonderful kirtans, and all the gopis were just walking with Krishna and Balram ji, and just enjoying their company, and they were walking. And suddenly there was this man called Shankacuda or Shankasura. He's called Shankasura because he has a jewel on his head.
Shanka.
Yeah, a jewel in the
Prabhuji,
form.
could you please repeat that?
Yeah, this demon's name is Shankacuda or Shankasura. So either Shankasura or
Prabhuji, that I heard, but what you said before I didn't hear.
Oh no, Krishna and Balram, Lord Balram and Krishna were walking with all the gopis on an evening which was very pleasant, and as they
Okay,
were
Prabhu.
as they were walking, this demon came, and he was very powerful because he was a friend of Kubera. Who knows Kubera? Kubera is the treasurer of the
Prabhuji, Kubera is one demigod.
Hmm.
He has
Yes.
a lot of wealth with him.
Yes, very nice.
Prabhuji, is Kubera a demigod?
Yes. Kubera is the treasurer of the demigods. So treasurer is
Prabhuji, is he Nal Kubera?
no, Nalakuvera were the sons of Kubera, right? Manigriva and Nalakuvera. So they were very proud of their riches, and they got cursed by Narada Muni, and they became
but we're
trees.
not going in there, right?
Yeah, we are talking about Kubera's friend Shankacuda. So Shankacuda got a gift from Kubera, this wonderful jewel, which is a conch shell, and he thought that everything belonged to him because his big friend was Kubera, who has all the riches in this world. So he thought these Krishna and Balram were just ordinary boys, and some men they just feel that every beautiful woman belongs to them, and they can go enjoy them and all that, right? So that is the mentality of Shankacuda. So he came and he saw the gopis, and then he wanted to take the gopis away for himself. And he started leading the gopis to the north, and the gopis started crying, "Oh Krishna, oh Balram, please help us." And then what happened was, Krishna said, "Oh, don't worry, gopis." And Krishna and Balram took some big logs of wood, and Krishna started following Shankasura. And at that point, Shankasura understood that this is not an ordinary person, and he started running for his life. And Krishna followed him and gave him a hit with his fist on the Shankacura's head, and liberated him, and took that jewel on his head, and took it and gifted to Balramji in front of all the gopis. He said, "I gift this to you." And now what does Shankasura actually represent, right? So Shankasura represents like trying to enjoy everything.
Or
That's called
greedy?
sensual enjoyment. Yeah, being like materially greedy, right? So wanting sensual enjoyment, showing that you have a lot of bhakti, but actually you want a lot of money and riches, and you're running behind all the things that is not helpful for your bhakti. So you should have enough money, you should study well and all that, but then you're showing yourself as a devotee, and then trying to make money with that. Those are all a Shankacuda mentality that Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, and that will be removed when we are devotees of Krishna. We won't be like Shankacuda. Okay, so then we'll go into our what is it?
So, what did So what did Balaram say when Krishna gave him the gem? Was it powerful or something?
No, again, Balramji is also a supreme personality of Godhead, is the expansion, right?
Prabhuji, I didn't understand why Krishna gifted this conch shell to Balaramji.
No, but Balramji was taking care of the gopis while Krishna was following this demon, and then Krishna gifted the jewel to Balramji because Balramji does great service, right? He actually is the Adi Guru. He makes everybody like Krishna. He takes care of all the arrangements for every pastime. So Krishna is just showing his love for Balramji by gifting him this prize jewel. Yes.
So I mean, like, what wasn't it powerful?
No, it was just a conch shell, which is also a jewel. That's why it's called Shank. Shank is a conch shell, right?
Yeah.
So it's a and that was a jewel on his head.
Okay, so it's just decorative.
Yeah. So, okay, so there ends that pastime, and then in the Krishna book, it is about the love and separation for the gopis, what they feel when Krishna is away. That is described by Prabhupada, and also this Krishna book is based on the stories from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, right? So after Shankacuda is liberated, the story is about how the gopis really, even though Krishna was not always with them, in the evening they meet Krishna and they listen to his flute, and he's with them all the time. But then when Krishna is herding the cows and with the Gopa boys, they are still always thinking about the Lord. And that is described how the love and separation is very, very high level of bhakti. And even us, if we don't have Krishna right with us, but if we chant the holy names Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, and think about the Lord, it's as if he's with us. And so the gopis were enjoying the highest love for the Lord, which is love of separation, in when Krishna was not there. And they were thinking of how Krishna lies on the pastures with his left hand, with his left elbow on the ground, with his hand holding his head, and he's playing the flute with his right hand, and he is raising his eyebrows, and they're describing Krishna even when he's not there, discussing about the Lord. So similarly, if we, like what we are doing now, if we discuss the pastimes of the Lord, chant the holy names of the Lord, it's as if Krishna is with us, and we'll feel the same happiness of Krishna consciousness if we do this, all the different forms of bhakti. And that's what the gopis were doing. They were always in happiness because they were always following the whatever the Lord did, and they were always thinking about the Lord all the time. Okay, so today's class, I'd like to conclude here and then go into the Kahoot. We are early today.
Yay!
Prabhuji, we are very early today. It's only
Yes.
8:30.
Yes,
Usually we start the class by this time.
yes. So for the Kahoot, I took questions only until here. I did add more slides of next pastimes are Arishtasura, and then there is how Shamkund and Radhakund were formed, and then there is the pastime of the Keshi demon. But I don't have questions for that in the Kahoot, so it's better that we stop our lesson here. And if there are any questions or discussions, we can have that. So,
No, Prabhuji, no question.
okay. All right. So let's go into the Kahoot then. I know you all like
Prabhuji,
Kahoot.
how many questions in Kahoot?
How many questions? Okay, let's see here. Play now. It's only like 11.
Oh,
Okay.
that's very early.
Hmm.
Prabhuji, the screen is coming too short. Yes, Prabhuji, now it is clear.
Yes, yes. The game pin is 9680296. Okay, Ashmita ji, Krishna ji, Santosh ji, they're all in. Tyra ji is in. Megalodon, that's Dhruv, is in. Ishwar ji is in.
What did I do?
I am.
Prabhuji, please wait a minute.
Yes, Tarun ji.
Tata Chaitra ji is in.
Yes, Prabhuji, we can go now.
Okay, thank you, Tarun ji.
No, Prabhuji, there are 13 participants, and in the quiz there are only 9 participants. Please wait for me.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Meenakshi ji, we didn't hear your voice so far. Okay, Meenakshi ji is in. So we can start?
No, Prabhuji, there are more 3 participants to join in the quiz. Prabhuji, I'm ready.
Okay. All right. If anybody wants us to wait, please say now or you can join later.
Please wait for me. Prabhuji,
Okay.
actually, we are very, very early for the Kahoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. One day we can finish early.
Or you will start only at 9:15.
Okay.
It's not 9:15. Prabhuji, we always start at 9:52.
Okay.
Prabhuji, I think we should start.
Okay. Anybody wants more time?
No, I do. Okay, now I don't.
Okay, let's go ahead and start. So Vidhyadhara, Shankacuda, and love and separation. Okay, what was the ceremony that Nanda Maharaj and cowherd men observing just before Holi? Was it the Rasa Leela festival, Deepavali, Shivaratri, Janmashtami? Yes, they were trying to worship Lord Shiva and Shivaratri.
Bored being on top.
Okay. Where did Nanda Maharaj go to observe Shivaratri? Kamyavan, Madhuvan, Vrindavan, Ambikavan.
Meenakshi said the right answer.
Okay, very good.
Again, it was not Vrindavan.
Okay. Next.
Me and Ishwarji are two
So,
2
no,
points
3
away.
of you. Krishna is also very close.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Which river did Nanda Maharaj take bath to observe Shivaratri? Yamuna, Ganga, Saraswati, Godavari.
Again, don't let the others trick you. Just eliminate.
Yes, Saraswati River. Because they went to Gujarat for observing this.
Oh, Krishna took the lead.
Yes. Okay, who was sage who cursed Vidhyadhara to become a snake? Maitreya, Durvasa, Angira, Atri.
Question?
Yes, it's Angira Rishi, okay? Okay, fifth question. What does Vidyadhara represent? Impersonalism, impersonalism swallowing bhakti, pride due to knowledge, pride due to wealth, pride due to beauty. Vidyadhara is a snake. What did he do?
Oh, wait.
Okay, it is impersonalism, swallowing bhakti, just like the Vidyadhara swallowed.
Wait, don't answer the next question. Wait for me. Just 1 minute.
Okay. All right.
Sorry.
Okay. So let's see who all got. Okay, Ishwarji is on fire. He's
Wow.
first place now.
I have 5 too.
Okay, next question. Where did Vidyadhara go after being liberated by Krishna? Heavenly planet, stayed with Krishna, Goloka Vrindavan, none of the above.
What is it?
So he actually went to the heavenly planets. He asked Krishna, can I go back to where I came from? Sorry, I may not have mentioned this. So,
No, I don't think you
so
mentioned
Vidyadhara said,
I got it correct.
very good. So he wanted to go back to where he came from, and then he would be he was very happy to see Krishna and get the curse, because that's why Krishna's feet laid on him, and he went to the heavenly planets where he was before. But yeah, Goloka Vrindavan is the better destination than heavenly planets. That's right. Okay. Ashmita ji is in number 2 now. Okay. Whose friend was Shankacuda? Indra, Chandra, Kubera, Varuna. Yes.
That was a short question.
Yeah, Shankacuda.
Remember, it wasn't Indra.
Yeah. Okay, Ishwar ji, Ashmita ji, Radha Chaitra ji, Ayana, and Meenakshi are all on the board. And Ashmita ji has a answering streak of 7. Wow. Okay, Shankacuda dash took the gopis away from Krishna, thought beautiful gopis belonged to him, thought Krishna and Balram to be ordinary boys, all of the above. Yes. Actually, all of you are correct, but all of the above are correct, most correct. So, okay, Krishna is back on the board. Okay, Shankacuda represents dash. Impersonalism swallowing bhakti, pride in knowledge, sensual enjoyment in the guise of bhakti, pride of wealth. So we mentioned, right, like Shankacuda, he was trying to enjoy the gopis, take them away. So that represents like trying to enjoy away from the Lord, right? So that's sensuous. Sensual means just for our own sense enjoyment, we are doing something like having the best thing to smell, touch, taste, just for our own senses. If we do something, that's called sensual enjoyment. In the guise of bhakti, because again, he was trying to take the gopis, who are the greatest devotees, but they all belong to Krishna, not to Shankacuda.
Shankacuda is bad.
Okay. So
Wow, that really changed.
Radha Chaitra ji is also on the board now. Okay. Second last question. Krishna took the jewel from Shankacuda's head and gave it to whom? Nanda Maharaj, Balram, Ugrasena, Mother Yashoda. Yes, everybody got it right. So I got a point.
No, just 1 point. Well, that means you get 10 points.
Okay. Okay. Last question, everyone. When Krishna was not with the gopis, they experienced love as a parent, love as a friend, love as a servant, love in separation. It's called Paratya Bhav, and which is the highest form of bhakti. Okay, let's see who's on the podium. Third place goes to Ashmita ji. Congratulations. Second place goes to Ayana, and first place goes to Ishwar ji. And everybody who played Radha, Chaitra ji, and Krishna, they are also runner-up.
And everybody else gets to go on the podium too, because you all did a good job.
Okay. So we can see everybody's
I
score.
probably got 99.
Hare Krishna, Dandot Pranam.
Can I see my score?
Yes,
I want to
definitely.
see mine.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Wait.
Krishna.
I got 91. Ishwar got 100. Good job. Ishwar did us. I mean, no, Ishwar.
Yeah.
Ishwar ji, sorry.
So Tarunji wanted to see his score, right?
73%. Good job. Okay, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Tarunji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Acha. Thank you, Prabhuji. No, never mind.
Vancha kalpatarupasya.
Prabhuji, can I see my score?
Patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo.
Prabhuji, can I see my score?
Yes, Meenakshi ji, yes. You only got 2 incorrect, Meenakshi ji. So very good. %82.
Can I see my score?
Yes, Santosh ji. Let me see. Was that you?
You got 64%.
See more. Yeah, just 4 mistakes.
Wait, go scroll down. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, you can't. We didn't do that many questions.
You
That's
just did
why.
11 questions today.
Haribol. You keep
Very
the
good.
show over there.
Thank you so much for joining today. And we learned about 3 topics, right?
Krishna.
What were the 3 topics, Ayana, we learned today?
I think it was
Leave and join
Shankacuda. When Shankacuda came, we learned about
Vidhyadhara, Shankacuda, and the love in separation, right?
yeah.
Yes. Very good. Congrats everyone for playing and learning about Krishna today.
Prabhuji, you leave and join once again.
Okay. Thank you everyone. Hare Krishna.